Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah,
Okay,
yes.
okay, thank you. Okay, so now we'll start. So welcome everyone to the 7 days online training program on Google Earth Engine. So basically, in this online training program, I will focus for beginners who don't have any knowledge about the Google Earth Engine or who don't have any knowledge about the coding, mainly Python or JavaScript. If you have no knowledge, I hope after completing this total 7 days online training program, you are able to do any types of remote sensing analysis very quickly and efficiently using the Google Earth Engine. Okay, so before starting, first of all, simply introduce one by one, then we'll start our today's session. Okay, so please.
Uh, Hello, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Uh, I am Nauruz Ishboyev from Uzbekistan. I am a PhD. I work in International Water Management Institute, Central Asian Representative Office.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, nice to meet you too. Thank you. Okay, next please.
Thank you. Hello,
Yes, hi.
I'm Guy Yuyu from. Hi, I'm Guy Yuyu from Botswana. I work at Botswana University of Agriculture and Natural Resources. Thank you for having me here.
Okay, thank you.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good afternoon.
Yeah, walaikum assalam.
I am Mustafa Tarawali. I am from Sierra Leone, it's West Africa, and I work as a monitoring and evaluation specialist on a project.
Okay, thank you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Yeah, I am Ikramuddin. Uh, now I am as a PhD student and I am living in Hong Kong. Basically, I am Bangladeshi, and before starting my PhD, I work in many organizations in Bangladesh, including national and international organizations, mainly in the development sector. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Salam alaikum. I'm Hajar. I'm a research engineer in a private company in France, and I'm from Algeria. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we'll start our today's session. Just let me share my screen. Mm, Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so first of all, I will try to explain about our total 7 days online training program syllabus. So actually, after completing the total 7 days training program, what you learned from me. So I'll try to explain about that, then move to the first day session. Okay, so let's start. So basically, this is our total 7 days online training program. And in this online training program, we try to focus for beginners who don't have any knowledge about the coding or who don't have any knowledge about the Google Earth Engine or cloud-based platform. Okay. So I will try to explain all of things step by step, and I hope you can easily learn. And in this online training program you can get some benefit, such as you can get the certificate after submitting all of assignment. So every class I will give you some assignment. Okay, so regarding this topic I just give you some assignment, you also try to do this type of assignment. And I also give some PDF book or notes, also get all of practice code you also get from this online training program. I will just upload in the Google Classroom. You can easily get it from our Google Classroom easily. As well as another thing is that you can also get the lifetime teaching support. Okay, so this is very unique because after completing the 7 days online training program, when you face any problem in your code, suppose you want to make the land use land cover classification, but you face a problem, so you need a support. So this type of support you can get freely, lifetime, anyone, for any time, because after 7 days is very short time. Okay, so that's why these things we also add in here. So after completing the total 7 days online training program, when you face any problem regarding any issue in the code regarding this type of topic, you try to apply this type of work for your study area, but you cannot do, you face some problem, you face some issue. So that's why we are also opening the lifetime teaching support. So that's why any learner, they can easily learn. Okay, when you apply this type of code in your study area, then you face a lot of problem. Okay, as a beginners, you first must face the problem. So that's why we also provide you the lifetime teaching support. So that's why after completing the total 7 days online training program, when you face any problem, then you can get the support. And how you get the support? So for getting the support before one day, just simply knock me and take the schedule time. Okay, without Friday and Saturday, any day you can easily connect with me, but before one day, simply knock me and then take the schedule time. Okay, then simply join and show me your problem, then we try to discuss about this problem. Okay, and these things is the lifetime. When you face any problem, you can get this support. As well as regarding this type of topic, so in this time we complete lot of topic. So regarding this type of topic, if you are interested to publish the scientific paper for the collaboration, then you also get this type of support. Okay, regarding this type of topic. So now I will try to explain about our total 7 days course syllabus. So after completing the total 7 days training program, what you will learn from me, I will try to explain, then move to the first day session. So basically first day, I discuss about that introduction to Google Earth Engine and how to create Python and JavaScript API for Earth Engine platform. So basically Google Earth Engine is supported by JavaScript programming as well as also Python programming. Even we can also use the R programming for using the Google Earth Engine. But in this online training program, I just focus Python and JavaScript. At the same time, I will try to teach you Python and JavaScript and how we can use this type of language to make the different types of remote sensing analysis using Google Earth Engine, using Python and JavaScript. I also discuss about that. And how to use Google Earth Engine and Python, we also discuss about that. And as a beginners, if you have no knowledge about the coding, basically Python or JavaScript, so that's why we also try to teach you basic principles of JavaScript and Python, and then how we can easily use this type of language in Google Earth Engine. We also discuss about that. We also discuss about the client and server object, how we can easily connect the server on Google Earth Engine. We also discuss about that. And how would you get the server to execute your code? We also discuss about that. And importing raster and vector data, we also discuss about that, how we can easily add the raster or vector data from the local storage as well as Google Earth Engine dataset, and filtering the attribute table. So this is your first day's content. We also discuss about that. And second day, mainly we talk about that filtering and displaying the satellite images. So different types of satellite images. It can be Landsat, Sentinel, MODIS, or any other satellite images. How we can easily filter and displaying. We also discuss about that. And satellite composite, how we can easily create median composite, mosaic composite. We also discuss about that. We also discuss about the band combination, how we can easily apply the different types of band combination, and export the satellite imagery, Landsat, Sentinel, MODIS. So this type of satellite imagery, how we can easily export, we also discuss. And import, filter, reduce, clip, display raster on Google Earth Engine. We also discuss about that. We also discuss about the temporal analysis, basically time series chart for NDVI or any other indices, how we can easily create the time series chart for monthly time series chart, annual time series chart, daily time series chart for temporal analysis. We also discuss about that. How to export any shape file, also discuss about that. And also annual image composite, basically when you work for historical land use land cover, then we need to create the annual image composite, suppose 1990, 2000, 2010, 2020. So this type of annual image composite, how we can easily create using Google Earth Engine. We also discuss about that. And third day, basically we discuss about that calculating any indices, different types of index, NDVI, NWI, SABI, or any other index we can easily calculate using Landsat or Sentinel imagery. We also discuss about that. And how to filtering Sentinel to satellite imagery. and monitoring the NDWI, NDVI, also discuss about that. We also discuss about that outshoe method, how we can easily use the outshoe method and extract the water body. We also discuss about that. And how to calculate different types of indices time series chart using Landsat or Sentinel, that we also discuss. And how to add the gradient, legend, and title. We also discuss about the flood mapping using Sentinel-1 SAR data. And in the flood mapping, we try to apply the outshoe method, and then we separate permanent water and flood water using the outshoe technique. We also discuss about that. And also discuss about the monthly time series chart of NDWI, NDVI, or any other index using satellite imagery. We also discuss about that. And fourth number day, basically discuss about that how to remove cloud and haze from your satellite imagery. So basically, when you work with rainy season, as well as when you work with the river bank or coastal area, we find out lot of cloud and haze in our satellite imagery. In Google Earth Engine, we can easily apply different types of function or algorithm to remove this type of cloud and haze and get the very neat and clean satellite imagery. We also discuss about that. We also discuss about the DEM data, digital elevation model, how we can easily use the DEM data, NASA, SRTM dataset, or ASTAR DEM data to create different types of topographical mapping, such as hill shape map, slope map, and then suppose different types of topographical map. Okay, aspect map. We also create using the Google Earth Engine. How we can do? We also discuss about that. We also discuss about the LST monitoring, land surface temperature monitoring, using Landsat satellite imagery, as well as also MODIS satellite imagery. Both of satellite image I also compare and also show you the technique how we can easily create, and how to calculate average, maximum, minimum NDVI for any specific region. We also discuss about the urban heat island, how we can easily detect the urban heat island. Suppose in Dhaka city, I want to identify where is the high temperature than the periphery region. Then we can easily apply the urban heat island, and we can easily detect this place is more temperature than the neighbor region. We can easily identify. As well as also discuss about the urban thermal field variance index. Basically, it's describe the impact of urban heat island. So then we can easily use this UTFVI index, and we can easily monitor what's the impact of urban heat island on the Dhaka city or any other study area. We also discuss about that. And how to make LST time series chart. We also discuss about that, how to make the temporal analysis of LST. And fifth, they basically discuss about the air quality monitoring. Okay, different types of parameter. We already know nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, or formaldehyde. So this type of parameter, how we can extract from the satellite data. Okay, and also download the air quality parameters time series data in CSV file, or make the time series chart of different types of air quality parameter, and how to calculate the total emission of nitrogen dioxide or any other gases using Sentinel 5P tropospheric monitoring instrument, how we can use in Google Earth Engine. We also discuss about that. As well as we also discuss about the AOD basically aerosol optical depth, how we can easily monitor where is the high concentration of the AOD, where is the low concentration. We also discuss about that. And also discuss about the PM 2.5, how we can easily use the remote sensing technique to monitor the particulate matter 2.5 using Google Earth Engine. We also discuss about that. And in this online training program, I also add the another topic, ArcGIS. So ArcGIS basically, we just download the data from Google Earth Engine, but further analysis, suppose I want to publish the paper, so then we are just use this data, which data I download from the Google Earth Engine. This data I simply use the ArcMap software and create the different map for my presentation or my research paper. Okay, so this technique I also show you that how we can easily download the data from Google Earth Engine. After that, how we can easily use the ArcMap software or QGIS software to create the research paper map, adding the map layout or base map, north arrow, or basic element of the map, how we can easily add in our data and ready it for the publication paper or also presentation. Okay, we also discuss about the accuracy assessment of air quality monitoring. Okay, so how we can easily use the ground truth data, and then how we can check the accuracy using the root mean square error or R square value. Then we'll also discuss about that. And how to extract the points pixel value for a specific geolocation, any data set. Okay, not only for the air quality monitoring. Suppose you have some point data, you have some latitude longitude value. So this latitude longitude value you can easily upload in the Google Earth Engine, And further, you want to extract some pixel value. It can be your quality parameter, it can be NDVI or any other data set. You can apply the same process. And how to check the trend analysis? Suppose what's the trend of nitrogen dioxide in Dhaka city, or what's the trend of sulfur dioxide. So this type of trend, it's the high trend or low trend. What is the trend of vegetation in Dhaka city? So this type of trend, high trend or low trend, we also discuss about that, how we can easily check the trend analysis using Google Earth Engine. We also discuss about that, and how to apply the linear regression. Okay, there's a lot of use in remote sensing for the linear regression. We also discuss about that, how we can easily apply the linear regression and model and calculate different types of things using Google Earth Engine. And sixth day, basically we discuss about that machine learning. Okay, in Google Earth Engine, you can easily apply the machine learning, supervised, unsupervised, this type of machine learning can easily apply. And further, we can easily create, suppose land use land cover map, then crop types classification map. So different types of things we also discuss in here. And also random forest, cart classifier, support vector machine, minimum distance classifier. So this type of things, how I can easily use and make the different types of classification using Google Earth Engine. Also discuss about that. How to check the land use land cover accuracy, such as overall accuracy, kappa accuracy, producer accuracy, consumer accuracy, and calculate the land use land cover classes area, how to add the legend on your map, and how to export land use land cover map and make the research paper map using ArcMap. We also discuss about that. And seventh, basically we discuss about that change detection analysis. It can be land use land cover change detection or NDVI change detection, how to make the NDVI classification based on different types of rains. Okay, and extract the dense vegetation. Okay, land use land cover change detection in one layer in Google Earth Engine. Calculate the transition area, okay, as well as urban development or urban growth mentoring, urban sporal mapping, urban expansion mapping using Google Earth Engine. Discuss about that. And we also discuss about the hyperparameter optimization or hyperparameter tuning for improving the accuracy of your machine learning model. So this is the full syllabus, okay, and each day I will provide you the 3 hours live training and 1 hours for your problem solving. Okay, suppose from the next class, for if you have any problem or any confusion, you can simply share your screen and then show me your problem. So for problem solving, 1 hours and live training for 3 hours. Okay, so let's go start, and you can get this type of benefit. Every class I will give some assignment. Okay, you also try to fill up all of assignment, as well as all of PDF or slide, all of material you can easily access. You can get the all of practice code. A recorded session also possible, you can also get, but for getting the certificate you also join the live training session. Okay, but recording you can also get. And also lifetime teaching support, I already discussed about that. So let's go start our today's session. And when you have any question or any confusion, any doubt, you can simply ask me anytime for any question. Okay, so let's go.